The potential for this deck is chaotic. What's going on with you guys? TheCaliEffect, king of games here, and today bring out the spice, baby, because we did it again. Lightsworn is one of my all-time favorite Yu-Gi-Oh decks. Yes, more favorite than Solomon Grade, but not that much more favorite. In almost every single format, we try to find a way to make Lightsworn somewhat viable. I think we did it again, and it's pretty good. In our last video, Lightsworn was dubbed as a deck that has tons of potential dependent on the Forbidden List, but in this video, I'm going to be showing you guys why Lightsworn is pretty decent now. So of course, if you want to see more videos like this, then be sure to destroy that subscribe button, but also be sure to hit that notification bell because, well, we just too strong. So I think the best way to show you how powerful this deck is, because Lightsworn never really has like combo sequences, is with some test hands. So let's show you guys the 2009 Judgment Dragon versus Dark Arm Dragon National Championship mat. Only the strongest of the strongest can have mats like this, and only I will be able to show you how powerful this particular Lightsworn deck is on here. Okay guys, so here we are starting off with our very first test hand. Let's start off with our first hand. Malicious, Chaos Space, Chaos Creator, Raiden, and a Photon Trasher. This is actually a pretty good hand, as we'll be able to essentially get almost anything we want. I'm going to go ahead and start off by special summoning the Thrasher, normal summoning the Raiden, the Sin Recharger, and another Chaos Creator, which is more than okay that we actually have Darks in Graveyard, as now I can follow up with, oh yeah, I don't want to Chaos Space just yet actually, because I don't know exactly what light monster I'll need. I'll just go ahead and synchro with both my Raiden and my Photon Trasher. Never know what you need. We're going to go into our Chaotic Ruler. We're going to reveal Space, Black Dragon, Hand, Plaguespreader, and a Foolish Burial. So I was going to originally Chaos Space into White Dragon, but since I have Black Dragon in my hand, I don't need to space into White Dragon. We can space into a Valkyria, or we can continue to hold this depending on what we see in our hand sequence. I actually do see a way for us to completely combo off, but I have to space right now. I'll space my Malicious into a Chaos Valkyria. And what wants to be back into the deck? This is a really cool combo. I'm gonna show you right now. I'm gonna banish Malicious for Malicious. Typically, after you make your Chaotic Ruler, the Chaos Magic Dragon, you want to start accumulating monsters on your field. That can lead into a Saryuja Skull Drad or an Apollousa of the Goddess. And just from there, you just keep popping off with combo sequences. This has the making of a legend feel with this particular hand. And I mean, it's pretty legendary, like no milk. It's legendary. So I'm going to go ahead and banish Raiden, Hand of Lightsworn for Black Dragon Collapserpent. That's 3 monsters. Let's just make it 5. I'm gonna go ahead and banish the, not you. I'm gonna banish the Rokket Recharger and the Photon Trasher, and I'm gonna slap down Big Daddy Chaos Creator, which allows me to special summon a monster to my side of the field. My choice is going to be U3, and I'm gonna special summon the Rokket Recharger. So it's going to be explained a little bit later why special summon, well, actually it can be explained right now. This can turn into a Striker Dragon, which can special summon any dark monster from my graveyard. So if I wanted to special summon Plaguespreader for free, there's my option. Next I'm gonna 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna link off all 4 of those monsters. This time around we are going to go into our very reliable Saryuja Skull Dread. Activate Saryuja's effect for 4, chain link to Black Dragon Collapserpent. So let's go ahead and get our White Dragon Wyverburster. Ooh, this deck is good. And then we'll draw 4 cards and place 3 to the bottom of our deck. In this particular hand sequence, I kind of want to keep the Valkyria and the White Dragon, so it feels like it's just going to be a draw 1 card. But that draw 1 card could be a Chaos Dragon Levianeer, which if we do draw it, that's pretty important. Or we can mill it with a another card in the graveyard, and that'll be helpful too. So Chaos Creator, Boot Sector, Chaos Space. Oh my God. Oh, it was the 4th card, and the other 3 were useless. Woo, That was incredibly lucky. But sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. I'm gonna put those 3 cards to the bottom of my deck, and we can still continue on with the combo. That's how ridiculous this deck is. So my next combo that I want to follow up with is I actually want to summon Curious, which will allow me to send the card that I need. Since I put Destiny Hero Malicious back into my deck with Chaos Creator, and it's not a hard once per turn, we'll just Malicious for Malicious. And yeah, here we have it, guys. Here is going to be that thing. I'll also banish the Black Dragon Collapserpent for White Dragon Wyverburster. And then we will Chaos Space, I think Chaos Spacing right here, to put the black at the bottom to get a quick launch. Yay me, that's actually going to come up. I will morph the Black Dragon. This deck is ridiculous, guys. Into our Striker Dragon, we'll trigger Striker's effect. We will get that Boot Sector launch that I drew, which that's pretty crazy. And yay, look at what we have. 3 dark monsters. Ah, shit. I don't know why I thought one of them wasn't a dragon. I was like, oh. And Rokket Recharger's on the field. Boy, we goofed, guys. We goofed. So let me rewind just a tad bit, guys. If this was in the graveyard, we'd be perfectly fine. It was just a really bad miscalculation by me. And I don't remember the 4 cards that I used for a Link summon. I'm pretty sure, yeah, Creator was one of them. So let me go back, guys. Give me my Creator and put the Recharger in the graveyard. And there you have it. It was not the smart move to do that. I don't know why I did that. You can always bring the dragon back. Just let me rewind, because you know y'all love me, and you know we got it. Hey, I can't be big brain all the time. I put the deck together. My job isn't to always play it accurately every single time. So we'll link all 3 of these guys off. Let this be a lesson to keep your Thunder Dragon, your Chaos Creator, if you can, into Curio, and then trigger the effect of Curious to send a card from our decks to the graveyard. We will send the Imperial Order, and then we will send 3 cards from the top of our graveyard, from our deck to the graveyard per Curious. Now we have sent, how many cards have we sent to the graveyard? 5, 6, 7. We have sent 7 cards to the graveyard. We have not milled a single wolf. It'd be nice to hit a wolf. I mean, mathematically, we're gonna hit a wolf, right? We hit the wolf. I mean, like, it's a 43 card deck, 10 cards off top. If you're not gonna draw the wolf in your opening hand, you're more than likely gonna hit a wolf mathematically. Excuse me, which has been amazing for us. So we'll special summon the wolf, and then we will. Ooh, we are in another situation. Do I need the additional extender? I don't need the additional extender. That's pretty bonkers. This deck's ridiculous at times. I'm proud of myself. That's on the backs everywhere. This deck's just ridiculous, guys. We'll link off Wolf and Curio. We'll go into Knightmare Gryphon, Gryphon effect. Any, many, miny. Ooh! We'll discard the Levianeer. You guys are gonna love this. You guys are gonna love this. We'll set the Imperial and draw a card. This is why you guys are gonna love it. We'll banish to add back to our hand. Boy, we back in this game, guys. This is, again, this deck is pretty ridiculous, as you can see. Wait, hold on. Was that smart? 1. I need like 6 light monsters in grave. 1, 2. 3. Okay, so things are going to have to be sacrificed from here. Oh yeah, that probably should have been in the graveyard. So we let me put this back and just yeah, that was big brain play though, guys. That was big brain play. Discard the Valkyria. I should have checked the light monsters. Woo! Y'all don't know how hard it is to just sit in front of y'all and make good videos and not mess up. But it was big brain play how we thought about it. What was I thinking? My line of thought was, how bad do we want to beat our opponent? We just have to point everything to a link arrow first. That's not hard. We'll banish a light and a dark. We'll special summon our Chaotic Ruler. Chaotic Ruler would unfortunately get banished, but that's okay. We have spaces in the graveyard to bring it back. Oh, wait, I guess it didn't matter. I could have kept that card in my hand. I have a Link 4 in graveyard I can equip. Duh, I didn't even need to... I didn't need to worry. I could have kept the Levianeer or the Valkyria in graveyard, but I'm just going to go ahead and put it in graveyard anyways. It didn't matter. I kind of see what I was doing now. I have a Link 4 in grave. Doesn't matter. Next, we will just Boot Sector. I can just keep the quick launch for next turn. And then Rokket Tracer will destroy. And I am so glad I play 2 copies of this card now. I'll special summon the Rokket Recharger. We'll Synchro. Boral Boy Savage Mode. Equipping Saryuja. That is a very, very hefty Boral Boy on our side of the field. And of course, I can't finish off this turn without special summoning our Chaos Dragon Levianeer by banishing 3 light monsters, one being the Chaos Valkyria. And as you can see, we do have enough light monsters to be able to do all this. So Chainlink 1 will be Chaos Dragon Levianeer. Chainlink 2 will be the Chaos Valkyria. With that, I will be able to send an Archlord Krystia from my deck to the graveyard and then special summon it to my side of the field. So with this particular sequence, we have an extremely scary board. We have a Hieratic Seal Bounce. We have a Borreload Savage Dragon negate. What do I need to negate monster-wise? I have a Knightmare Gryphon, which my opponent can't activate monster effects unless they're linked. What kind of blasphemy is this? We also have an Archlord Krystia that says you can't special summon. I think you'd be hard pressed to find any meta deck right now that would be able to break this board. I just got to figure out how to make this board through hand traps. Okay, guys, so for our very, very last test hand, hopefully we get a really good hand again, and I can show you how powerful this deck is. You guys seen it at its worst. Probably could have did a different sequence. You guys seen a pretty, a standard hand. Now we are going to not open a Raiden. And this is actually a pretty good, really interesting situation to be in because it's not something that you normally see. Fortunately for us, we do have a way into our Chaotic Ruler, and this time we don't even have to waste our normal summon. So I'm going to go ahead and quick launch into my Rokket Recharger. This is why we play the Rokket engine. Destroy the Striker Dragon to add the Rokket Recharger. And now Boot Sector Launch can special summon both Rokket monsters to our side of the field. Allow it to pretty much go full, these monsters to our side of the field without using our normal summon. But even more importantly, we get to Synchro off into Chaotic Ruler, the Chaotic Magical Dragon, which allow us to excavate 5. We're going to get Raiden, Malicious, Wolf, Plague, and a charge of the Light Brigade. That's I'm gonna add the Raiden to my hand. I'm going to special summon the Wolf, and the Malicious kinda doesn't matter because I got the Plaguespreader to my graveyard. This kind of balances it out. I'm gonna normal summon Raiden, Raiden effect, Chaos Space, and whoa! Oh, it seems like where all you wolves were at are now paying themselves off here. Okay. We don't even need to waste the Plague, as we can go to Saryuja Skull Dread and put the Malicious back into our deck. That's pretty bonkers. The only problem right now is that we don't have access to a Chaos Dragon Levianeer, and we also don't have a Chaos Creator, so drawing both of those cards off of Saryuja would be too strong. So we're gonna go ahead and link both of those off. They have to be different names. Okay, we can't link all of those off. They have to be different names. Might have to do the Malicious thing. Oh no, I can just summon Chaos Valkyria. What am I thinking? Banish. I hope none of the other times were with different names. I hope they were all with different names. I think it could have been fixed if it wasn't. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. That is going to be different names for our Saryuja Skull Dread. And then we will activate its effect 2+. Man, come on, be good. Okay, be better. Oh, actually, no, that works. Oh, I don't have a light monster in hand, though. Oh, so close. If we had a light monster, the Chaos Valkyria, in our hand, that would have worked. Tracer. We have not used Rokket Tracer's effect, guys, so here we have it. You to the bottom of the deck. You get summoned. Oh, look what we have here. 4 monsters with different names. Whatever, or with 4 dark monsters with different types. Whatever will we do? Okay, I guess I have to put faith in my draw off the discard. I don't even know how to feel about that one. I don't even know how to feel, guys. That's interesting. I don't know how to feel about that. So we'll send the Imperial Order. And then Curious for 3. Archlord Krystia, how nice of it to see you in the graveyard. And, oh, now we need to draw. Which is cool because I can banish a light and a dark right here for our ruler. We'll link them off. No, I don't want to do that. No, we don't. We don't. We do not. We do not want to do that. Not yet. I'll draw. Oh, look. That's actually a really good card to see. Not exactly what I wanted to see, but that's a... I want this over here. That's a pretty good card to see. So I'll link it right here. Gryphon effect. Not exactly what we wanted to see. I think we were looking for a quick launch. But that's still okay. Can I summon another dragon to my field? I cannot. If I could summon another dragon in my field, I think we would have been good. This is banished because we used this effect to draw. Yeah, looks like I don't have a choice. Saryuja plus you. Go into our Hieratic Seal. Unfortunately, no poor old Savage Dragon, but, you know, sometimes you can't win it all. I'll go banish, banish, banish for our Levianeer. And then we could chain the Orochi. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Was the banish worth? Yeah, it didn't matter. It really didn't matter. So we'll summon the effect of Chaos Valkyria. I'll send this to the graveyard so I can recover the Levianeer. And Levianeer will summon the Archlord Krystia. We're in a really good spot with this particular board. As you can see, we have the Hieratic Seal, the Krystia, we have everything in between. And I know you guys are excited to see the next stage of this particular deck, which is me showing you how cool and how much potential this deck has through the deck profile. So starting off with our main board, we run 3 copies of Chaos Creator, 3 copies of Chaos Dragon Levianeer, and 3 copies of Chaos Valkyria. Of course, we run 3 copies of Chaos Space as well, and this is really important, as you guys have seen in the test hands, to be able to open a Chaos Creator or Chaos Dragon Levianeer, or search it or draw it into your hand. Your Chaos Creator is an amazing extension card, and your Chaos Dragon Levianeer is your blowout card, allowing you to bring out your Krystia, which you can do pretty often. Also, Chaos Valkyria is a catalyst to be able to bring out Krystia to your side of the field through Levianeer, and it can send cards randomly from your deck to the graveyard, just in case you just so happen to mill Krystia. I feel that you do need to max out on all 3 of these cards in this particular Chaos deck, because not only does it start your plays, it extends your plays, it's also a card that's kind of hard to draw 2 copies of. If there's a given particular card inside of your main board that you want to open, always play 3 copies of that card if you can't play more. Reason being is that you have a 34% chance of opening the card over a 22% chance and only a 3% chance of drawing 2 copies of the same card. So there you have it. Math fixes everything. Of course, 3 copies of Chaos Spaces, not only does that search almost every single Chaos card, or it does search every Chaos card, it can also search some other cards inside of this deck. For our Lightsworn engine, we run 3 copies of Raiden, 3 copies of Wolf, and 3 copies of Charge the Light Brigade. This engine was actually a lot bigger. We ran Minerva, we ran the archer girl, the one that shoots Felice. We run Felice. We ran the Dark Lumina, and then we started to whittle down on our resources with Lightsworn, mainly because we needed to be able to send cards right there and right now, and also activating Solar Recharge and getting ashed is like the worst thing ever. So we moved it down to 3 Charge the Light Brigade, 3 Raiden, and 3 Wolf, as these are the best ones, and of course they allow us to get cards from our deck to the graveyard. So moving forward, we have a pretty sizable Rokket Dragon Link engine with 2 copies of Rokket Tracer, 2 copies of Rokket Recharger, 1 black and white, and 1 Starliege Seyfert. Seyfert's job was actually to get Judgment Dragon at one point in time, but yeah, we don't play enough Lightsworns anymore. Now its sole job is to get the Chaos Dragon Levianeer from our graveyard to our hand. Black and White Dragon are amazing extenders, and as you guys have seen in the test hands, these cards are completely bonkers. I've seen a lot of people playing danger cards in their Lightsworn deck. I feel like this is superior because your danger cards can hit cards out of your hand like Chaos Creator and Levianeer before you want to use them, where these cards can pretty much equal a Chaotic Ruler whenever you want. Of course, we complement the Rokket monsters with 3 copies of Launch and that 1 copy of Boot Sector Launch. Those are just really good cards that help out the Rokket strategy and allow us to extend. Moving forward, the non-engine cards that we play in this deck is 1 copy of Archlord Krystia, 1 copy of Plaguespreader Zombie, 1 Gizmek Orochi, 2 copies of Destiny Hero Malicious. This card is bananas, as you guys can see. Shuffle it right back into your deck with the effect of Chaos Creator, and then just keep popping off. And 2 copies of Photon Trasher. There was a point in time where I didn't run this card. Don't know why. Didn't run it. I feel weird now. Lastly, for the non-engine spells, Reinforcement, Foolish, Monster Reborn, and Imperial Order. This card can be dropped to make it a 42 card deck if you guys are not so fond of the Curio luck. But the cool thing that I like is when I go against spell heavy decks, or I'm like Pendulum or whatever, you can play cards like Anti-Spell Fragrance, you can play Summon Limit. This literally can be any Floodgate card you want. Send it to the graveyard with Curious and then set it to your side of the field with the effect of Knightmare Gryphon, because that's, again, that's pretty busted. Moving on for the extra deck, I'm going to blaze through this extra deck real quick. Apollousa, in case you feel that your opponent's going to Nibiru you and they obviously want to try to get you at a juicy spot, you make the Apollousa first. Knightmare Gryphon, the Saryuja Skull Dread, and Curious. You guys have pretty much seen the extra deck, but we do run the Nightmare package. That's pretty much it. Nightmare cards come in when you breaking stuff. This card's really good because it gets cards out of our hand sometimes, but it also can get Boot Sector Launch that we milled back into our hand during the end phase. Hieratic Seal, Striker Dragon, Boral Load, Chaos Ruler, the number 68, Abyss Dweller, and a Minerva. Well, that is all that we have for the deck, with tons and tons of potential. I think that Chaos Lightsworn may get stronger with the Forbidden List, and if it does, you better watch out, because we'll be giving you an updated deck profile and with a more competitive stance to be able to combat the new meta. If you guys want to see more awesome TheCaliEffect content, then be sure to check out these videos, as I'll catch you on the next one.